All right, what's going on, everybody? A little bit early tonight. And by a little bit, I mean like 26 minutes early. Usually, it's the opposite side of that coin, man. Usually, it's 26 minutes late, but early today. The only reason I'm early today is honestly, it was just a bit of a long day, and I feel like if I started the stream at my normal time. Man, I would just be exhausted by the end of it. So I want to have a little bit more energy for the discussions and all that good stuff. So I have to be a little bit early tonight. We have an update from Kabam Mike here. This is going to be the tweet. I'm going to give it a quick little read here. So, hey, Summoners, since our announcement on Friday, we received a lot of feedback on the reward/event structure of Battlegrounds. We want to thank you all for sharing your thoughts with us. It's given us plenty to think about. We want to let you know that we have heard you. You are already... oh, man, I can't read. We have heard you and already working on making changes. We'll be making changes in two waves. First, we'll be making some adjustments before Battlegrounds launches on Monday, and then more changes in the near future. And we have more time to review and iterate. We don't have any details right now, but we'll try and get them to you as soon as we can. Though with the limited timeline, it may be tight. Thank you all once again for your feedback. Okay, let's go ahead and retweet this for the tweet here tonight. This is good. I feel bad for I feel a little bad for the Kabam folks that you know, they're this is the weekend. You know what I mean? Listen, this is one of the reasons why I know sometimes the community gives Kabam Mike, some crap, but he's always there, man. He's always there. He's definitely there for the community. Like, is it his job? Yes, but I feel like he goes above and beyond his job. So, got a lot of respect for Mike for even just being around to put this out today. So let's give a little let's give a little retweet on this. Dearest at Marvel Champions. What do we say though? Like, I can keep it real simple and just say like signs of hope or something, or maybe I'll say, all right, let's keep it kind of straightforward and just say, Command Mike posted an update about the Battlegrounds situation. No details just yet, but this is at least a good sign. This. Oh no. Oh my god, what kind of typos? Jesus. Alright, Command Mike posted an update about the Battlegrounds situation. Let's say Battlegrounds. About the Battlegrounds situation. No details just yet, but this is at least a good sign. Okay. Tweet. Alright. Hey, speaking of another Kabam dude. We got Tipped in the chat. What's up, Tipped? Also, Mr. Slimer, you got something coming to you. Goes a little something like this. Slap. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it, Kingster Slimer. Just saying, nerd. Really? Oh, man. Well, thank you, dude. Who was the first one in here? Theo was the first one in here. We got Haley Miracle, Deadtron, Craig Hardy, Clarissa. I'm gonna stay away from streams, so behave yourself, goobers. You heard that. You heard Clarissa. She's staying away, but she'll be listening with her hammer. Or wrench, or whatever. Okay, anyway. What's up, lags? How you doing, man? Accelerate said an overbuck as well, saying, wow, early stream. Also, when is the crystal cleanup? We'll see how these Battlegrounds are released, man. I think they're gonna release them on time. They've at least tested the mode out quite a few times, so it should go live as expected, but you know, just making sure. Just making sure. But Accelerate, thank you very much, dude. And Blizzard25 said it over 269. Thanks, man. Saying a wise man once said, the beatings will continue until morale improves. I don't know what that means. Does that mean I should be the one being beat until my morale improves, or? I can't tell. Blizzard, thank you very much for the 269, man. You're like an hour early? I'm a little bit early. I was like 26 minutes early when I went live today. The reason for that, I mentioned it very briefly at the start of the stream, but I know no one was here at the time to hear it. Is honestly just a long day, man. And I felt like if I streamed at my normal time, I was going to just be, you know, that much more tired. And I wanted to have a bit more energy for the discussions and not just be like falling asleep on stream kind of thing. So I was like, dude, I better just start the stream now, you know, rather than wait until my normal time. So yeah, I know, man, my stream schedule has been a little all over the place recently here, but it's still fairly consistent in the grand scheme of things, right? But anyway. Battleground stuff has been crazy today. Really enjoyed your vid. Ah, thanks, Lags. I saw you posted one too, man. I'll have to check it out. All right. Anyway, let's go get into some stuff, eh? We got. Yeah. Okay. Good. It was just that expiring. Okay. Okay. Good. Ah, crap. Are these the shards from last month? Well, that's no good. I think those are the shards from last month. Those calf crystals are donezo, aren't they? They sure are. Okay, well, rip. What are you gonna do? It'd be funny if you fell asleep on stream. Carl did that on one of his Warbound runs. Oh, Carl. Mr. Carl Pimp. I have fallen asleep on stream before. I fell asleep during my 24-hour cable grind. But it was such... I don't know how many people noticed. It was one of those just like... you know? Oh, man. That was... At the time, you know, I was still working like 60 hours a week. Still employed... like 60 hours a week, let's say that, because I've never stopped working, but I'm still employed like 60 hours a week, and I only had 3 hours of sleep leading into that 24-hour stream. Just doing the best I could, man, but it was tough. Wow, I actually see this live tonight here in Michigan. Well, all right, Willie from Michigan, welcome. Battlefield game and set it over $1. Battlefield, thank you very much. Let's see where you're at. Just with some Tweety birds. All right. Let's see here. Mr. Battlefield. Marvel Werewolf by Night Trailer Semi-Spoiler. Well, I don't know what to do, because I usually don't like putting any sort of spoilers at all or anything in it, but I think this is so minor that even I'm okay with showing this. But if you are very adamant about not knowing absolutely anything about Marvel movies or something like that, you might want to look away for the next 10 seconds. And yeah, I'll put this on screen. All right, let's see here. BG, look who finally made it into the MCU officially. Look at that. Hello. Love to see this. I don't know if I'd want to see this movie, because I don't know if I'd want to change the image that I have for the character in my head, because I know it can't be like the same way that the character is by the designers of the character, so I don't know. Oh, man. All right, Seth near with the 3 months. Seth, thank you very much. Just saying, keep on keeping on. Ah, Seth, thank you very much, man. Appreciate the continued support, dude. Thank you very much. Static said over 10. Static, thanks, man. Say what's up, BG. So until we know for sure if they're changing the current horrible trade rec or reward structure, well, they are. So they posted. You may have missed. I just retweeted this from Kabam Mike. He put this on the official forums. Basically saying they've heard the feedback. First, we'll be making some adjustments before Battlegrounds launches on Monday, and then more changes in the near future. We have more time to review and iterate. So I'm not really expecting a crazy amount of changes for Monday. I mean, damn, it's just Monday, right? That's pretty soon. They will be changing it. But anyway, let me read the rest of your message. Are you holding off on mass opening? I'll probably do the opening. But the thing about me, guys, some of you may have noticed, I'm occasionally a bit late. So don't expect the opening like the day that Battlegrounds opens. It might be a few days, you know? But I will do the opening like relatively soon. Oh man, what's up with this map? Why? Man, okay. I guess they wanted to draw like a little design or something like that. But the amount of input I had to do just to do auto fighting. All right, anyway. This was for Scarco and Pixie. What's up, man? Oh, okay. Yeah, good shout. They're the ones usually answering those questions. Just getting ahead of it. Static, dude. Thank you very much for the 10. Yeah, I'll still do the opening. At this point, we know the nodes that are coming up, and that was the biggest thing that I wanted to know. We know the nodes, we know the duration of the matches. The only thing that could potentially change is like, you know, maybe by the time Battlegrounds is a competitive mode, maybe those things will have changed for the next season. I don't know. But at this point, I'm also not looking to be the most competitive player. My roster will not allow for that. So we'll just pop open the crystals and make the best decisions with the info that we have available. It was certainly more info than, you know, many months ago when I started saving these crystals. So, all right, well, let's get out of here. Let's go hit that arena. White Shadow sent it over 252 of them Australian bucks. Thank you very much. Saying hello, BG. Twitter, please. All right, let's see what we got here. Rank 4, number 6. All right, doing it ghost style. Still waiting for Kabam to invent the Pac-Man node. Nice, man. The SIG 200 as well. Love to see that. Very nice. Congrats on the ghosty ghost. Eric Delson said over buck as well, saying, Bananas, if the opening isn't on your channel at 10 a.m. PST on Monday the 12th, I will riot. Well, get ready to riot. I hope you're drinking your riot punch, or whatever you're going to do to prep for that riot, because I can assure you it will not be there at that time. That is a guarantee. It will not be there at that time. But thanks, man. Hoko 2025 Sports at over 2 saying Twitter please. Liberty Vet is the name. Okay, let's see. What do we have here? What is this? So the new BGs will just have people picking from all their current champs with no limits, or will there be leagues like in Pokemon and limit which stars or even class types, or maybe allow newer people to have a chance? I can compete in a 4-star league. There is no limit on the champs that you bring in. So, yeah, there is no like 4-star league. It's bring your best, sort of. That's kind of what all the fuss is about. Is that like with the way the mode is currently set up, the outcomes of the matches do not matter. So you could bring in whatever you want, and you could try or not try, and it's just sort of there. But once, you know, they make some changes, which they're inevitably going to have to do, and they announce that they will do, it will be a bring your best sort of situation. Kabam, they might, the mode is fairly flexible, and in the future, this is nothing that they have said, or maybe they, I honestly, at this point, I can't remember all that they said about Battlegrounds, but I don't take whatever I'm about to say as like any sort of confirmation. But the mode is fairly flexible, so it's possible in the future, maybe a season they would just, you know, they would actually put some sort of hard restrictions on it. But right now the restrictions, they're more so about like strategy and getting you to bring in champions that counter the nodes rather than having you know, like strict limitations of can only bring 4 stars sort of thing. What game, what Pokemon is this even? I'm not even sure which one this is. Haven't played a Pokemon game in a while, but I still recognize lots of the Pokemons. That one I do not, though. But dude, thank you very much for the 2. Thank you, dude. King of Arenas sending over a loony. King of Arenas, thank you. Saying check Twitter, please, BG. Sure. What do we have here? Only 2 rank 5 stars left. Soon they will go to rank 3, and then after those 2, I want to focus on my 6 stars. Bring all of them to rank 2. Okay, that's 137 that need to go to rank 3. Well, if you wanted to take all those to rank 3, you shouldn't have emptied your units in the... I'm sorry. I really shouldn't be telling you what to do with your units. No, man, this is awesome to see, though. Only 2 at rank 2. Yeah, I think this is good. I mean, that's sort of what I was wanting to do as well, is like, you know, get my 5 stars to rank 3, and then exactly what you're saying here, sort of get them, get the 6 stars in order after that. You know, rank 3 is such an important rank. The question is, how long will it be an important rank for? Because eventually, they are going to need to go higher. But it's going to be hard to sort of keep up with that, you know? Alright, King of Ritas, thank you for the loony. I would leave the Hulkbuster off until he's duped. Not sure which that's referring to. Have you seen Kebab Mike's post? Yeah, I retweeted it tonight. You can see here, this was my retweetings. Yes, we've seen the post. The Battlegrounds mode progression system looks like Clash Royale. It's not that bad. I don't know how Clash Royale system looks. I played Clash Royale a little bit. Actually, I mean, that was one of the last games I played before downloading MCOC. I don't want to tell you guys the full story again, because so many of you guys have heard me say it a bunch, but basically, I wasn't even looking to play a game. I was just looking to see how other games were operating. And Clash Royale, of course, being one of the not only like one of the more popular games or game studios or whatever, right? But also, I don't know, it's a really cool concept for a game, like a real-time card battler. And yeah, I just downloaded that game just to see if I could take any sort of information from it. And then played it a bit, played it for maybe like a couple hours, something like that, and then, you know, the next game I played was basically MCOC. Slightly different. MCOC, I only downloaded that because friends were into it or whatever, but yeah, Clash Royale and maybe like a dozen other games at the time, I just had them downloaded just to try them out and see if I could take any, learn anything from those games. They kind of set the tone. But I don't know how the reward system for that game works. I'm gonna go relax. I've done my firefighting duty for today. Have a good stream. All right, Tipped. Have a good one, man. Tipped. I mentioned it early about Kabam Mike. Being there for the community, making posts on the weekends and stuff like that. But Tipped is also in that same boat. He's around in off hours, or what you would think were off hours, but dude works a lot. All right, LPG Gaming sending over 7 loonies saying, "Hey BG, hope you're good. Tweet please." All right, thank you very much for the 7 loonies. Let me see what you got on the Tweeterverse here. Let's see. Thanks to Unzo's videos, I was able to complete 6.1, and I'm finally Cav. All right, man. Also, thoughts on who I should rank up? Well, now that you're Cav, you've got a couple different directions you could go. You can stay in Act 6. It's been nerfed a bit. It's still challenging content, as you're probably well aware from the Cav push, but it has been nerfed a bit. So it's not completely out of the question just to stay in Act 6 and make your way through to like a single clear of it. However, if you're finding that to be too challenging, which it may be, what you could do is try the variants, and for the variants you kind of just want to rank specifically to counter that one variant. And I usually recommend either the Mystic Symbiote Spider-Verse variant or the Villain variant, both of which Doom is incredible for. You've got a Spider-Ham here. I don't see... I of course I see like some villains, but I feel like you've got more champs leading towards like the Mystic Symbiote Spider-Verse one, so I would maybe give that one a go first. By the way, I'm not saying to rank up Spider-Man and Red Goblin. I'm just thinking, they're going to help at the rank that they're at. I don't know how your 5-star roster is looking, but yeah. I don't know if I would rank up any of these 6 stars. No, I would be ranking up 5-star champions if I were you. And like I said, I recommend going towards the variants and just rank up to like try to do like a single clear of maybe a few of them before getting back into the story content. That's what I would personally be doing. And yeah, like I said, I would start with the Mystic Symbiote Spider-Verse one. And rank up the 5 stars. 6-star champions. Listen, do not buy into the allure of a 6-star champion just because they have a 6th star. 5-star champions in many ways are still significantly stronger. You have some good 6 stars there, but I would look to the 5 stars that are easier to awaken. You have a better selection that can more naturally counter the variants. And yeah, easier to sig up, cheaper to rank up, all that stuff. I need to rank up Scorpion. The Scorpion is probably the highest on the list of champs to rank. But I would still be going with 5 stars myself. I'm sure some people would maybe disagree, but yeah, I'd be going for 5 stars myself. I don't know. Warlock is another one, of course. But the thing is, this is a great example. Like, what is Warlock gonna do for those variants? In my opinion, well, it's not even my opinion. It's literally he won't be able to do those fights in those at all. You can't bring him to one, and he'll degen to death in the other. But yeah, like those two will be great rank ups, but that's why I've never been a fan of like, you know, tier lists or whatever, because yeah, they're two very powerful champions, but you rank to counter the content you're going up against. So but yeah, if you didn't want to do those variants and you did maybe just want to try to stay in Act 6, you could go with those jams. Speaking of variants, it's time for a new one. It has been a while. I want, like, I feel like for the next variant that comes out, they need to do something different though. Rather than just coming out with like the same difficulty one. But yeah, okay, Kingster Slimer said it over Buck, saying, what did the bald man exclaim when he received a comb for a present? Thanks, I'll never part with it. Okay, Kingster Slimer, why? Saying tweet please as well. Okay, let's see. Hey, speaking of the Doomster. Wow, calling him the Doomster almost sounds like the dumpster. Let me see here. I only took Doom to rank 3 in preparation for Battlegrounds, and joining my small but growing roster of rank 3s, except Null, he deserved a higher number. Okay, okay. Well, grats, dude. And grats on, wait. I don't know if you were saying you just recently ranked him up, or... 'cause I think you've had Null ranked up for a bit now, right? Either way, man, congrats. Doom's a sick rank up, of course. Very nice. Very nice. They aren't making any more variants. There are 8 pieces of content already that are pointed at the Cav, but not yet Thronebreaker level players, and more are necessary. I agree with some of that for sure, but I do think there's a lot of people that variants, they've said it's their favorite piece of content, and they might not even be looking for a higher challenge. They might just want to look for, you know, the exact same thing. So while I agree with that statement, I also think it's fair for people to ask for more if, you know, if that's their favorite thing. All right, accelerate. Set it over. Ludi say Twitter, please. Replied under your tweet. Under my tweet. Newest rank 4, just in case I run into a wild cam in the Battlegrounds. All right. Grats on the grats on ranking up Cam's mortal enemy here, or immortal in his case. Getting destroyed by that guy. What did you send over to, Easy? How is this a thing? Who's out here making banana water? Why would you do this? Bananas? Water. They're both good. Together? Why? I feel like the water, all it's gonna do is make the water taste like something's off. Like something's wrong. I don't know. Maybe people like it though. Maybe people like it. Oh man. What an odd pairing. You can put it in your cereal. Oh my god. Banana water or bean water? Well, bean water is coffee, so I guess we've seen crazier things. Eric Delson said over Buck. Eric Delson, thank you very much. Saying, bananas, I have a 6-star basic loaded up, and I want you to pop it for me. Give me a countdown to pop, please. Okay, okay. We can play this game. Not yet. Red Max is great for Dark. What if I just ignore that and we just never play the game? Eric Delson's just sitting there with his finger on the crystal like, come on! Okay. All right. We're gonna count down from 5. 5. Deeper and deeper. Oh man, crap. I was gonna try to do the Office Space thing where he's getting hypnotized, but I honestly don't know how. I can't remember exactly how he was saying it. And the only part I remember is like, you know, deeper and deeper, and it's just not gonna sound right. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hit it. You know you want a sip of it, Brian? I really don't. I really don't. Oh, man. Banana water equals LaCroix or whatever? Maybe you're right. I'm not really a LaCroix fan. My friend of mine buys a bunch of those, and I've had like one or two, and each time it was just like, why would anybody ever drink this? Oh, we got a yes in all caps from Eric Nelson here. Saying new piggy. Let's go. All right. Well, congrats on the pigster, man. The last 2 weekly cap crystals have been 6-star Nexus. If it didn't happen to me, I wouldn't have believed it. Okay. Dang, man. Congrats on the double 6-star Nexus. God damn. It's all about Topo Chico? Am I even saying that right? Topo? Topo. I don't know. I've never seen that before. Is it exactly what LaCroix is? Just a different brand? Let's go look it up. The stream now sponsored by either Topo or Topo Chico. They should have told me how it was pronounced in the information they sent over. All right, let me see here. Okay, I've seen these before. I don't know if I've ever realized. Wait, have I seen these before? I think I've seen these before. The bottles did not look familiar whatsoever, but then these cans did. But then again, there's so many cans that look exactly the same way, just like with of course like a different branding on it, different logo, but like all of these look exactly the same. Every single one of these brands. Do they actually taste different? I mean, I guess they must, right? Just like any other brand, they've got their own little secret recipe. But yeah, I'll pass on all of them. All right, Eric Delsa's ever do saying tweet for proof. I mean, we believed you, but sure, let's go take a look. There he is. What if it wasn't? What if you're just lying this whole time, and it was I don't know, it was just like OG Spider-Man, but you didn't know it, and then we were the ones that had to break the bad news to you, like, that's not a pig. You know. Thanks for the tea, dude. Congrats on the pig wiggy. I don't drink. It's the lime mineral water I love. Oh, there was no alcohol in those? Mavericks said it over in Australian Bug saying, just died for the first time this season. Rip. I hate everyone and everything. Going to the pub. Oh, and hashtag Battlegrounds sucks. Ah, bummer, dude. The perfect season. Ruined just like that. Oh, rip. LaCroix is Cam's favorite? Oh, don't I know it. That's what I got him for his birthday. Just kidding, I didn't get him anything. I should, though. BG, what in the bananas happened to Joel? Missed that dude. Again. I know. I missed Joel again, too. Yeah, it's just a lot of real life stuff, I guess, was all happening all at once, and he just kind of had to disappear, and I guess he's still dealing with it. He's okay, though. He's still alive and well, as far as I know. I only reached out to him once, but then he replied to something on Twitter not that long ago. So he's still out there. Hopefully he'll be back at some point. Alright, Perk Puppy said it over too. Just saying hi. Perk Puppy. What's up? Thank you for the 2. I appreciate the 2. Welcome. Still with one of the best looking profile pictures in the game. Whatever that looks like a sock. It looks like that dog is made out of socks. Maybe that's just because it's only this big on my screen. Probably why. But thank you, dude. Hey, BG in chat. Just opened my very first 6-star today and got Red Hulk. Pretty bummed out. And to make it even worse, it was a Penny Parker rollover. Oh, That'd have been nice. I mean, wait a minute. Hold on a second, though. For Red Hulk is good, dude. It took me a sec. I had to do a little bit of a double take here. Red Hulk is a good champion to get for your first 6-star. You shouldn't be disappointed with that, man. I don't know if you're aware, but Red Hulk, he got a buff. It was a long time ago at this point, so I don't know how you wouldn't be aware, but that's a good champion right there, man. He's not like Doom or Hercules or something like that, but for your first ever 6-star, he can be played unawakened. He's an XL villain, which sometimes just kind of checks off certain boxes of, you know, champs that are going to be useful to you. He's got poison immunity. He needs to be awakened for the incinerate stuff, I think, right? But that's a good first 6-star, man. Yeah. Would Penny have been better? Potentially. But yeah, Red Hulk's good. If Joel's in the chat tonight, will you open a cav? Nope. Nerf life, it's too hard and annoying. Ah, I hear that, dude. Freaking life, am I right? Happy G, what are your thoughts on this month's champs? Seems like back-to-back months of high damage and versatile champs. Yeah, so I don't really know about this month's champs yet. But that's probably accurate. We've got New Doom is the one I'm most interested in, but then again, like, I don't know, maybe Titania is also really good or something. But I haven't looked into or played either. Wait a minute, did this guy always have the mask off in this pick? Did I ever look on AMA for this guy before? Maybe I did. Did I miss it? I don't know. Either way, yeah, I'm most interested in the Doomster over here. Man, why am I saying stir at the end of everything tonight? I don't know, man. It's just one of those nights, I guess. I need to stop myself from doing it. One time is okay. More than one time, and I just sound like what was that SNL skit with Rob Schneider? I just sound like Rob Schneider at this point. The Doomster. All right, Steatix at 05 saying BG. The rate at which you can get 6-stars now is insane. With the top 2 daily cards, I can get anywhere from 2 to 4 6-stars weekly, depending on side quests. That's pretty good, dude. If you think about it, the upper limit of that means you're popping open like over 200 6-stars a year, which that's just like an average week, you're saying, right? Of 2 to 4. Because then once you start to factor in, like, you know, any sort of special events and stuff like that, it's a lot of 6-stars. Is it time to bring back the discussion of 7-star static? Is it, have we hit that point? Rank 5s, the materials are coming. I'm so curious, dude. Honestly, this is one of my favorite things about MCOC is, like, just trying to predict and understand the direction that the game's going in and, like, what's coming next. And you'd think it would be, like, so obvious. Oh, yeah, we get the next rank or the next star level or something like that, but there's always a curveball that Kabam is throwing. It's actually really hard to understand what is happening next. When is it going to happen? Like that sort of stuff. I don't think it's that hard to predict, like, oh yeah, there's gonna be rank 5s, or oh yeah, there's gonna be 7-stars at some point, but what about relics, man? How do those fit into the equation, huh? Don't know. Alright, Steve said it over another bug. Thank you, dude. Said I was gonna say they're burning that wick really fast to have lots of people with lots of characters maxed out. So I would say yes, but also, is that intentional? Because of modes like Battlegrounds requiring more champs than ever? Or is that intentional with, like... I was gonna say, just like with how, like, most new champs these days, you actually want them versus in the past, where I feel like, most of them I was just like, you want them, of course, but, like, it wasn't as important to get them, whereas today, maybe it is a bit more important. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Probably not. But yeah, I mean, we're definitely right around the corner to something big happening with progression, right? I feel like that's inevitable. It's what happens when 6 stars go to rank 5. There's nothing beyond that. Something has to happen. Is it 7 stars? Is it relics? We'll see. Could be both. I think relic capable champs. Ooh, mine's just frozen, by the way. That is not stream lag. Oh, well, now it is a little bit of stream lag. I don't know if that's a coincidence or if my game froze because I ran out of internet. Usually, if my internet's suffering, the game will still load a fight. I don't think the internet had anything to do with that. Crazy coincidence. Thanks, though, Comcast. Thank you for lagging. I think relic capable champs will be a different star level or whatever the next iteration is. I'm just so curious, man. I'm just so curious. Like, we've already been down all these roads, so I don't know if I have anything new to add to the conversation. Other than I'm very curious to see the direction that it will go. To predict what happens next in MCOC, you really need to put yourself into the shoes of the Gringotts Banker Goblins. Am I even saying that right? I'm hoping that's not a that bad of a word. I don't know if I've ever heard that word before. About to look this up. Just to see if it's a word that should be said or a word that should be... It's a made-up word? Oh, okay, you just made it up. Okay. Apparently there's like... oh wait, it's a Harry Potter? Is it from Harry Potter? I guess that's what it is, huh? I don't know. Bro, the context is literally right there. It is not right there. Listen. Oh, from Harry Potter. Oh, son of a... Yeah, you said it. Jesus. The context was right there. I take it back. I apologize. I'm sorry. From Harry Potter to decide how best to fleece the player base. Well, yeah, okay. That is true. And that is why I think that 7 stars are inevitable. Crystal sales, that's the bread and butter of what's fueling MCOC. So how could there ever be a world in which there's not a next star level? Green Gots, is that how you say it too? Whoops. Usually I might have missed this question, but did you get tester for Snap? No, I didn't. I heard that it's globally releasing soon, though. Is it October? Was it October 18th? Something like that, I think, was the global release date. You know, BG can't read. Quit bowling him. Thank you, PWF. My goodness. Yeah, if you guys couldn't tell, I've never seen Harry Potter, and I damn sure never read the books. We all know that much. So. I'm tempted to put out a poll. Have we put out this poll before? I feel like we have. It's a poll about like this year essentially, because we know something's coming. I think that's the thing about MCOC is like we kind of know what's coming. We just don't know when or like how it'll be delivered. You know what I mean? So like, of course we knew that, you know, before rank 4 resources were available, we knew that rank 4 resources were coming, but did we know that they were going to be available in fragments in greater gifting crystals? Some people could have predicted that for sure. It's not the most outlandish thing we've ever seen. But it's one of those things where you just don't know, right? So like this year, we know that the gifting event is changing, but we also know that it's still gonna, you know, rake in a buttload of cash for Kabam. And this year, are we going to see something relic based? Are we going to see something 7-star based? Are we going to see something rank 5 material based? I think it's a pretty safe bet to say one of those things will likely be there. But which one? I don't think it's worth polling because it's not really going to matter, but which freaking one? BJ doesn't even know how to read something as big as a book. It's true. I've never read a single book in my entire life, and I'm not just making that up. Is Doom still worth rank 5 as a 5-star? Absolutely. Don't have him as a 6-star, but I don't use 5-stars anymore. Well, what do you mean you don't use 5-stars anymore? Like at all, ever? If you don't use 5-stars at all anymore, I mean, you could just keep waiting until you land a 6-star Doom. But let me put it this way. I brought, like, when I had Doom as a 6-star rank 3, I remember one war accidentally bringing my 5-star Doom. Didn't matter. I couldn't even tell. The fights were the exact same anyway. Once you get the opponent in a Doom cycle, you just sort of rinse and repeat the Doom cycle until you win. And that's Doom. You know, like, of course, the 6-star version, yeah, it's stronger, and in some instances you absolutely will notice the additional attack and stuff like that, right? But the point is, the 5-star is so strong that you can still do the thing that he's most known for, which is just completely controlling the opponent and not allowing them to, you know, use any of their specials or do much of anything, really. You just kind of trap them in that cycle, and that's that. And a 5-star will do that just fine. BG, who'd you use for Eternity of Pain week 2? I actually haven't done it yet. I'll probably do it tomorrow. But yeah, I haven't done it just yet. Hey, Bold Kitty has a 5-star. I've been playing with her at rank 3, considering bringing up before Colossus as first rank 5 mutant. I have a generic as well, but necessary? Question mark. BG or chat. I think so. So I'm not a kitty player. I would like to be, but I don't have one. I think her awaken ability is pretty necessary. And even if you would say it's not necessary, well, you're going to benefit enough. Usually how I like to think of awakening gems is like, what sort of value are you going to get out of that gem? And you're going to gain a ton of value out of that gem for Kitty. Speaking of, what's up, Kitty? So yeah, I would say it's worth awakening the champ. The most important thing is what you said at the start of that statement, which is that you've been playing with her at rank 3. So you already know if you like the champion or not, and at this point it would just be a matter of, like, you know, really going all in on the champ or deciding not to. But it sounds like you like the champion, and she is an absolute powerhouse that is worth awakening for sure. As far as what SIG, we've talked about that in the past a bit. I think the general consensus is that she doesn't need a super high SIG level. Most of the value comes from that initial awakening. So you can kind of save 6 for other champs if you'd like, or if you just want to go all in and stake her up too. I mean, I think it's fine either way. All right, super dupe dork sending over to saying, is the gifting event happening this year? Sort of. So this will be the final year that you're able to gift anything from one player to another, but it's not greater gifting crystals anymore. You're only going to be able to gift, like, you know, revives and potions and stuff like that, and then they're going to do away with that entirely. There will still be a way to, you know, go absolutely bananas if you've got a bunch of disposable, you know, income, a bunch of extra cash lying around. Kabam will still happily accept those checks that you're gonna write to them, you know. It's just you're gonna be able to, like, buy crystals for yourself rather than linking up with someone to trade crystals. That's about all we know about the event for now. We're not going to find out more until closer to the event, I'm sure. Dude, who is putting... God. Why are there so many Herculeses in the game, guys? The amount of extra time they have to sit here when fighting him in the arena. Get out of my arena, Herc. This game is still around? Sure is. Yo, I pulled a 6-star Spider Ham as my 10th 6-star yesterday. Grats, dude. That's a great pull. See, thanks. I'm thinking about taking him to rank 5 for Eternity of Pain. But might just take Colossus to rank 3. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's a tough decision. I would say this. We kind of already know the format for Eternity of Pain. And we know, well, I guess we don't know 100% for sure, but we have a pretty good idea that there's likely going to be a finale where you're going to have to do this fight more than once. God, this is only week 2 though, huh? So it's kind of hard to say, like, if you can use this champ for more than one fight sort of thing. We won't know that. But it might be something to consider that, like, even if you could kind of force your way through right now with a different champion, you are going to have to do it twice. So maybe investing in champs that are relevant to the Eternity of Pain, it's not a bad idea, you know? ABG, I'm back. Shatrugal, what's up, dude? Welcome back. Finished exploring 7.2 yesterday and pulled a new Guillotine 2099. Only 7.3 exploration left now. I'm also back in the Alliance. All right, man. Back in the full swing of things, it sounds like. Well, all right. Welcome back, dude. It's good to have you back. Crap, I wanted to use my special 2 there. Suppose not paying attention. Shatrugal, thank you for the 100 rupees as well. BG wishes he had a kitty to play with. I do, man. You know, I do. Bought the Cosmic Daily today. Got 6-star Null from the Nexus. Pretty stoked. Okay. I'd say that worked out pretty well. Congrats. Are you grinding for Scarlet Witch? I am not. Just getting milestones. I already got all the milestones in the Scarlet Witch arena, so I'm in the Betsy arena at the moment. Have you seen the Werewolf by Night trailer? No. Oh, is that what that I think I might have already seen a screenshot from the trailer, I guess. I don't watch trailers though. I'm not a fan of trailers. Obviously they have a purpose, but they tend to make the movie going experience worse for me. I already don't watch that many movies, and yeah, the movies I do watch, I just want to go in completely blind and know nothing about it. no expectations, don't know about the story. That's how I prefer to go about watching stuffs. BG, is it worth ranking up 3-star Colossus? Bruno, yes. Colossus is a really strong champion, actually. And earlier on in the game, where you'd be utilizing a 3-star champ, I would consider him to be, you know, amongst the best. You will not use 3 stars for that long before you start to get, you know, 4-star champs and you know, start ranking those up and stuff. But yeah, that's a great champion to kind of get your journey started. I use rank 4 Hercules for all fights, for all difficulties in monthly quest. Jeez, every single one. Well, except for one chapter in Cav, the one that puts a lot of poison on your attackers, so I use Riddles for that. Okay. My goodness. That's how you get back to the arenas so quickly. You're just using a rank 4 Hercules for literally every fight. See, guys, this is what I'm talking about. This is when I say speed matters. Where we're not all getting equal amounts of rewards for the Cavalier monthly event quest, or for all the difficulties. If you go through faster, you're just able to play other areas of the game and just increase your overall rewards. Bruno, have you learned to parry yet? That will help you a lot. That's actually really good advice. I probably should have mentioned that. Yeah, Bruno, if you haven't already, parrying is probably the #1 fighting tip you could or just like piece of fighting knowledge you could have, or whatever you want to call it. There are some videos out there that will kind of instruct you how to parry. There's the in-game tutorial, which I think you had to go through at this point. Maybe not, though. I don't know. But either way, I'd recommend hitting up the YouTubes, and there's a video. It's like a few years old at this point, but it's on the Dork Lessons channel, titled something along the lines of how to parry like a boss, and that'll be a great video to check out. I think it's fun to play to the class nodes in Cav Event Quest. I'd get bored using the same OP champ for everything. I agree. Yeah. And that's kind of always the... Listen, I don't really talk about nerfing champs anymore, and I don't want to get on that subject. But it was one of the reasons why I always hated, like, really overpowered champions. The balance these days is a lot better. Of course, there's still some champs that, you know, outshine others, without a doubt. But like once upon a time, I felt like the balance was so bad in this game that you were just like, I just felt like stupid for playing with champs that weren't the absolute most powerful and dominant for everything. I just knowing that I'm like wasting my time, but wanting to have fun, wanting to play with other champs. And so I did, but it was just like, oh man, why couldn't these other champs at least be on similar levels so that I wouldn't feel like stupid for doing it, you know? That was one of the reasons why I didn't like where the balance was at. Of course, the other reasons being like, you know, I wanted this game to be like a... at least have the option to have... you know, an option to be competitive sort of thing. So, like Alliance Wars and stuff. Alright, Super Dupe Dork sent over to the 2 saying, can max 5-star duped chorus with suicides can get legend? Probably yes. Just know that you're fighting a bit of an uphill battle. I think you could still do it. But you are definitely fighting a bit of an uphill battle because you're directly competing against others. And other people, at least some of them, will be using, you know, like a 6-star rank 3 or potentially 6-star rank 4 of the champion. So it'll help save a little bit of time the higher the rank you got. But I do still think it's probably still doable even with a 5-star Corvus. You just have less room for error. If you're going for it, wish you the best of luck. And hopefully you're on a very new device so that your load times are as low as possible. Parry's the only thing in the training grounds in-game. I think we could just point that way nowadays. Well, I mean, I did mention it, but the training grounds, it's good. It's good that it exists, but it doesn't tell you everything, man. I still think there's a lot of value in the videos. I'm gonna keep bringing up the videos for sure. Is our names being green new? Super cool. Bro, are you serious? I can't tell, man. I feel like this would be... I don't even... If you were trolling, I don't even know how you'd think of this troll. So I feel like this is serious. I feel like you're not joking. Did you just get a new pair of glasses or a laser eye surgery of sorts or something? Like, they've always been green. Mods have blue names, members have green names. I think it's been that way since the beginning. Oh, for mobile users, it is new? Ah, I see. Okay. That's... I so rarely join a stream on my phone. I'm always at my computer, so... when I'm in another stream. So I guess that's why I didn't realize. Okay. Wow, dude. YouTube really blows my mind sometimes. This is what I'm talking about, guys. Like, I love YouTube. Even if I didn't stream... I just love, you know, that people are able to create whatever the hell they want and share it. And I love YouTube, man. There's so much I learned from this platform and everything. But how are they so far behind on like streaming developments? This just blows my mind that the names were not even green on mobile all this time. Like, what? How is this possible? It's been like 5 years. Blows my mind. Like, I would say they don't care about streaming, because it's probably such a small part of like their overall, you know, business model or whatever of, you know, just videos and not like shorts to try to compete with TikTok or whatever, right? But they also paid people millions of dollars for them to stop streaming on Twitch and to stream on YouTube. So you'd think, like, they have to care. they at least have to care to some extent. Wild, man. Did you have 5 words for you? Starlink as a write-off. You think Starlink would be better than Comcast? Oh, man, I don't know. Maybe. Sadly, the lag actually isn't even that bad today. I've only dropped 684 frames, which is 23 seconds in total across over an hour. Spread out. Not a bad night. It's 0.6% of data not being transmitted. But God, is it noticeable still, right? That's the problem, is it's still so noticeable. A tin can is probably better than Comcast. Yeah, I think you're right. Have you ever used an Android device, BG? Yeah, so Android used to be my preferred phone or operating system or whatever. I had a Samsung Note 5? I think it was 5. It was the one before they went kablooey, which I think was 7, because didn't they like skip a number? I don't know. I can't remember at this point. But I had the Samsung Note, and I really liked it. And when I first switched over to iOS, I actually really hated iOS. And the only reason I switched over was because it ran MCOC like head and shoulders above, you know, the Android devices. And I don't think it was the problem with the Android devices. It was just, you know, this game was optimized with iOS in mind, because I'm sure it was a lot easier to optimize for a few devices rather than a gazillion. At this point, you know, MCOC, it seems to run fine on any device, well, any newer device, iOS or Android. The loading times are pretty quick. But I kid you not, the loading time, like getting into fights and then getting out of fights, it was like 15 to 30 seconds each time. I don't know how I lasted playing for like a year before switching. But it was like 15, on average it was like 15 seconds just to get into a fight, and then 15 seconds to load out of the fight as well. It was insane. That said, nowadays, I actually really like iOS. And I think even I've always said, like, you know, whenever I stop playing MCOC for good, I'm gonna go back to an Android device. And I keep my eye out for, oh man, sorry about the lag again, Jesus. I keep my eye out. There's definitely a few Android devices that spark my interest, but dude, I don't know, man. Apple just feels like they're ahead in terms of like the processor power and battery efficiency and stuff like that. They just feel ahead right now. I've got no brand loyalty or anything like that, so I'll just get whatever is the best. And right now it feels like iPhones are the best. Tried super chatting, but I'm in Colombia for cousin's wedding and it didn't allow me. I got it this week though when I'm back home. Oh, Croy, man, don't even worry about it, dude. Enjoy your cousin's wedding. That sounds like a cool time. Colombia. No problem. Duped Hyperion or Mole Man? I would go with Hyperion. They're both good, but yeah, I'd give the nod to Hyperion. Just ordered the new phone and watch. I'm so excited. Oh, the new iPhone, huh? Okay. Static, which one did you go with? Actually, for the phone and the watch, because I didn't watch the announcement, but I did watch like a little recap. I had it on in the background, so I'm sure I missed some of the info. But I think they have like a really crazy powerful watch now too or something. I'm really curious. I just got the 13 plus or whatever, so this phone's gonna last me for a few years. At least it was like 5 years. I mean, I went from the 7 to the 13, and this one I will probably last me just as long. But I am still curious to see like how the camera quality is, because I heard there was like, you know, some pretty sizable bumps there. No pun intended. 14 Pro Max, 256 purple, and the Ultra. Okay. Upgrading from the 11. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna feel really nice, man. Battery, seriously? Android devices charge in like 30 minutes and last the entire day easily. That's the problem. The entire day. Dude, quit living in the past. I charge my phone like once or twice a week. Like, dude, it's so nice not having to charge your phone every day. Oh my god, it's so nice. I mean, I'm not on it, you know, like playing games 24/7. I'm sure I could kill a battery in a day if I tried. But like it feels so freeing not having to charge your phone every day.
Keep bragging. I had my phone off the charger at like 1 o'clock this afternoon, and my battery warning came on as I'm driving home.
Oh, that's not good. We gotta get your...
I don't even have my GPS on.
Yeah. We gotta get your battery replaced or something. Maybe. We'll look into it.
Keep bragging.
Well... Well, I'm sorry. The stream is brought to you by Apple. What could I had to?
I wasn't doing anything on my phone. I was playing music for my clients all day.
Yeah. iPhone isn't for me. I like to download stuff. That's fair. I think there's still a lot of advantages to Android phones, but I don't care about that stuff. So for me, it's like there's two things that matter so far and away above everything else that everything else is almost irrelevant. It's camera and battery. That's it. Everything else, like, of course, it's got to have capabilities for other stuff, but like all that stuff is like, I don't know. A lot of it is just kind of across the board, very similar between the two. If you like to customize your devices more and stuff like that, of course, Android is where it's at. But I don't care about customizing my device. Like I use the default back. Like, look at this. This is the default iPhone 8 background, and then on the this is how it looks on I literally took it away on this one and just made it black, and that's it. You know, I don't care about customization at all in the slightest. That's as much as I customize my device, is deleting the background to save more battery life. Recently bought a Pixel 6S, or 6S, jeez, dude, I can't even read letters. Kidding me? Pixel 6A, it's pretty good, battery is decent, I charge once every 2 days or something, and the camera is really good. Nice. Honestly, I think most devices these days, the batteries are like solid, and camera quality is also solid. It's just a matter of like we're I don't know, how spoiled are you? You know, because like, dude, it wasn't that long ago that I was using like one of those just Verizon branded Motorola flip phones or whatever, where it had a camera, but you couldn't tell what you were taking a picture of. And actually, the battery life on those things weren't bad, but even still, I feel like the battery has exceeded those devices, which is kind of wild. I went from iPhone 6 Plus to 13 Pro Max just because of battery life, and my 6 Plus always crashed on a few MCOC special attacks. Yeah, I could see that happening. Google Maps is my navigation. Same. Opera GX is my browser. I use all Google stuff, basically. Apple Music is my music, and iMessage my messaging platform. iMessage is just like default though, right? Like you don't even select it; it just kind of is there. Because I use Google Maps. I use Google Chrome. I use Spotify for music, and then just whatever like the default messaging is. BG, is it legal for me to set up a go fund my collector fight because I'm broke? Legal? I guess it's legal, but don't advertise it here, man. This is a video game. What I think we as players would respect more is like ask for help in terms of how to get revives, of how to actually play the game rather than just wanting people to, you know, give you stuff. Because we could certainly help with that, man. We're a very helpful bunch. And you can farm revives in Act 3.2.6. And then you'll be able to fight the collector all on your own. Now, if you're already at the collector, well, you might have to make the difficult decision to back out. We've all been there. It's just a learning experience. The collector fight's brutal, and it only gets more difficult the lower the collector's health goes. So if you're not very, very close to finishing him off, well, it's quite the battle. To be fair, my 11 was still doing great, but all the battery, or in all but the battery, which was down a little bit. But that new screen, battery and CPU was too much for me to ignore. Yeah. Battery is like the thing that's is like noticeably gone on phones after a time, right? Because I feel like they're all powerful enough these days that, yeah, they're all gonna last years to come. You just gotta find a way to replace the battery. But sometimes, like, I don't know, sometimes you don't mind paying that little bit of a premium. You're like, oh man, not only can I get a new battery, but this new device also makes the battery last 75% longer just because it's better optimized. And yeah, it is hard to ignore something like that. Very hard to ignore. Only Zundog, thank you very much for the buck. Saying, hey Braun, how's your night? P.S. Enjoy. Enjoy. Yeah, I don't know the last time I had an Enjoy. Probably when I was a little kid. And trick or treating. I don't think I've ever purchased an Enjoy in my entire life. I think, you know what's funny? I don't know if I even like Enjoys. I remember always giving them to, like, you know, my dad or something. And now that I think about it, like, did I actually not like the candy? Or did my dad just tell me that I didn't like the candy so that he could eat the candy himself? I don't know, man. I feel like that's the type of thing I would do if I was a parent. Like, oh, no, you don't like that. Here, give it to me. I'll get rid of it. I'll get you out of this jam. I legit don't even know if I like that candy or not. Either way, though, dude, I'm doing great, man. Just ending the night the way I like to. With a little bit of MCOC grind. And talking about whatever random nonsense we feel like talking about. EG, do you think I should start a new account? Only if you want to. There's no, like, real need to start a new account. Other than, well, the reason why we download this game in the first place. It's fun. And playing on a new account, yeah, it could be really fun. If you're not too, like, concerned with, you know, really trying to push the limits on your main account, then sure, why not? That's some of the most fun I ever have in this game is the times where I make new accounts. Which, by the way, just to get ahead of the questions of, are you going to make a new account? I am. I just can't tell you when. But there will be another, a new account challenge at some point here. We're just waiting for the right events to line up. PG talking about eating nuts again? You know what, Simon? There's part of me. It's a small part of me that just wants to, yeah, just go with it and give you the best damn sound bite of your life. But I can't do it. No, man. That's not what I'm talking about, damn it. Did you see Kabam Mike posted? Yes, I retweeted it about the Battlegrounds update. For those that haven't seen it, we don't have details, but Kabam is listening to the feedback, and they will make some changes. Random topic of the evening. Ooh, Dragon hit us with it. Are there any 6-star basic grinds on your radar for the future, BG? I'm planning the Wiccan grind and the Scarlet Witch grind further on, but how about you? I don't think so, Dragon. But that's a good question. I used to really enjoy planning out future grinds. And although my grind time is a bit more limited these days, it's not out of the question for me to grind for a new champion. Alright, so let's see where we're at. So, Captain Britain, obviously. Betsy is in the arena right now. So, this is how you'd go about planning something out like that, guys. You take a look at the featured, you see here's Betsy, and then here's all the champs that are coming up next. So Elsa, no. Omega Sentinel, I would love to get her. Wow, she's probably going to go pretty high though, huh? Funny enough, the prestige race and how it's evolving at a more rapid pace currently than it has in recent times. That's probably the most helpful thing to Omega Sentinel grinders, because her score, I think, is still going to be relatively high, but you could probably take off like 10 million, 15, 20 million points from where it could have been had some of the prestige developments not recently taken place here with Quicksilver and New Doom and stuff like that. More in Psycho Man, no. Black Cat, no. Doc Ock, Scorpion, that's going to be another big one. Doc Strange. You know, I'd actually like to test Rintrah before Rintrah's in there. I think I'd really like Rintrah. Really curious. I love Sigil Witch too. That would be another interesting one. If she's going to come back. There, with some, like, this might have been just like a special feature only. Yeah, so probably not, but the ones that would be on my radar the most, probably Rintrah and Sigil Witch. Speaking of, Aunt May, I never looked at it when it was updated with the whole prestige thing. Whoops. I just want to see it like this. There he is, man. Hot freaking damn. Rank 4? Yep. So, Mega Sentinel, she is out of the top 5. We have New Doom, Silver Surfer, Quicksilver, Old Doom, and Valkyrie. And Valkyrie is on the chopping block big time. At least, like, these 4. I mean, dude, this is kind of crazy to me. I didn't even put 2 and 2 together. Even Doom is on the chopping block, man. He's still a good bit ahead, like... You know, all of these champions, like Valkyrie, Omega Sentinel, there's a very small amount of points in between them. But then there's that big step up where it's like the 200-point jump from Valkyrie to Doom. And then, of course, these 3 are above 16k. Wow, though, man. Even Doom is starting to... He's starting to sweat, man. Doom is starting to sweat. You can't tell underneath the mask. But old Doom is starting to sweat for being knocked out of the top 5 for prestige. Crazy. It should have happened a long time ago, in my opinion. So, good. But still, like, he's been there for so long. It's, you know, you just kind of expect him to still be there. I don't know. I have to do the Omega Sentinel 5-star grind. I think she's going to go lower now that she dropped in the prestige race. Yeah. Do it now, Rintrah testing? No, I don't want to do it now. I need full brain functionality for Rintrah testing. Like I said at the start of the stream, the reason why I streamed it earlier today is mentally just a little bit fatigued today. Vega put his tier list out today, and he has Rintra in the top tier. Okay. Took Mugat to rank 3 today for Mystic Advancement and level up. Okay. Happy dough. Everybody hopping aboard the Moo train here. I think Mike was the conductor of the train. I know other people like the champ too, but I feel like Mike was the most vocal about it. IBG, do you have any tips on how to get rank up resources? Jaden, which ones specifically? They kind of come from all over. Just bang 7.3 Kang and want to do some rank ups to finish off Act 7. Have no gold or ISO and have no clue where to get it. Jaden, listen, I don't want this to come off the wrong way. So please forgive me if this sounds insulting. But you just did 7.3 and you have no clue where to get gold or ISO or catalysts? You should have some clue by now. As far as gold and ISO, like the best place to get it is really the arena. The problem with it, the arena being a source of gold and ISO, is it's not just like an overnight, you complete something one time and now you have a mountain of gold and ISO. It's kind of that long play of like, you know, you gain lots of gold over time, and all of the crystal dupes that you get over time, they also contain ISO and stuff like that. The only way to quickly get that stuff would be to straight up, you know, like buy cav crystals and open those, and then whatever extra ISO, you know, you sell that for gold, and of course you use some of that ISO to rank up your champs. The more I mean, looking back at your message, maybe you weren't talking about catalysts when you said rank up resources, because maybe you just meant the gold and ISO. Because yeah, of course, if you didn't have that stuff, the catalyst wouldn't even matter. But yeah, it's arena, and then I would say, as far as like the best kind of burst of gold that you can get without spending is the incursions, where you can at least get like a solid chunk of gold for knocking out the milestones there. You won't really get much for ISO from the incursion, so all in all, I don't think it's the most helpful mode, but it can at least, you know, help your gold situation a bit. And that's pretty much it. Of course, you know, playing every area of the game will give you gold and ISO to some extent, but, you know, to limiting degrees. What the fudge is up, Rye Guy? What up, J Divine? Right, 13.3 mil for Cap Brit. Hopefully that'll cement me in the top 1 to 500 for the 5-star. If not, oh well. Okay. That sounds pretty reasonable. If you're able to do a little bit more, but hey, as long as you go into it knowing that oh well, then yeah. But I feel like that's a pretty good chance of getting it, at least. Check Twitter again, please, BG. King of Arenas, you got something else for me? Let's see. What you got, man? Pretty much done arenas. Check out what I found in the store today. Pretty much done. Excuse me. You're missing a couple of milestones here. No, yeah, you are pretty much done, though. Dang, dude, putting up that 36 mil, too. Featuring White Mystery. It's so funny how like this actually is a feature of Airheads. That mystery flavor. But alright, so gummies. Original fruit Airhead gummies. Okay. You'll have to let us know if they're good, if you got them. Oh, I got some white mystery for you. Come on, man. Brain poll, should I take another path through Realm of Legends or go to bed? Easy. This is the poll you want? Realm of Legends to bed, says Cloud of Contempt. How am I supposed to make a poll on this? What do you want people to say? Yes, please. Oh my god. You know what? Fine. Yes, please, can't decide. This is not the purpose of these polls. Why am I doing this? Why am I going through with this? Should EZ do another... hold on. What should EZ do? Another path of ROL. Go to bed. Those are the options. Get your very important votes in now, people. I really hope you're wrong on the Switch and I could somehow magically get her for a bit lower. Only going to get to like 125 and don't really want to put in units. Abby Doe, I hope I'm wrong too, man. I wish you the best of luck. I hope she doesn't go high and your dreams come true. I think Laura just yelled through the door and said, easy, have a snack and think about it. Wow, this poll is completely split. Unbelievably. How is this possible, guys? Oh, man. I feel like every time you ask for a poll, it's always like 50-50. Not always. I mean, there's been times where you ask for 4 options and then it's not 50-50, but usually if it's 2 options, 50-50. Why? Go to bed is slightly winning, though. 53%. Another path of Realm of Legends, only at 47%. I'm gonna leave it live for the next 30 seconds, and then we'll end it. You working the polls again, BG? Clarissa. Gotta do what you gotta do, you know what I mean? BG, what about Kabam limiting Battleground entries to 10 a day? No rebuys, etc. 10 matches, that's it. Surely that would push more to skill side of things. Only downside I see is less money for Kabam. There's a few issues with that. One, I brought up yesterday. By the way, I'm ending this poll. Go to bed, easy. 54% people said it at least. Or do whatever you want. I'm not your dad. But there's a few problems with the 10 matches a day sort of thing. One is that people will find a way to cheat. And like play on someone else's account, or it will encourage to make a second account so that you have like a practice account or something like that. And I don't know how many people would actually do that, but I mean, just I would rather people just have the freedom to just play on their own account. If they want to play more and like practice and get better at the game, let them play on their own account. And then the second most glaring issue for me would be like some days you can play and some days you can't. One of my biggest complaints about MCOC in general, honestly, is just not being able to play on my own time. You know, it was my biggest complaint when I was talking about Alliance War, where the way the boosting system worked, you couldn't play on your own time. You had to coordinate with others and wait until you all had the energy, and it was just, God, dude. I wanted to play War, I just didn't want to play, or I wanted to play on my own time. You know what I mean? So, or say 30 matches a week. Well, so that's kind of why I like the Elders marks. That's what they're called, right? Elders marks, I think. That's kind of why I'm okay with that system, even though I think it's, you know, it's flawed. It's not perfect, but at least it allows you to kind of play on your own time. And it does give an option of like spending a little bit. I actually think that part's like fine. The issue for me is just it's not a competitive mode in the sense of like a 1 versus 1 match. Like, I mean, let's go back to chess as an example, because I used chess the other day. Let's use chess as the example. But how do you know who wins the chess match? I mean, it's just 1-on-1. If someone wins, someone loses. And like, of course, there's a rating system in chess, right? ELO or whatever. And you're not getting like some points. You're gaining a rating, but you're not just gaining like some Donkey Kong for the arcade style points towards some, you know, objective or something like that. No, it's just like fight it out. Who's better? What? I think Laura just said it's whoever captures the queen. Is that what you said? She said no. I don't know. What is he battling at? I don't know. I'm not doing the best job of explaining this, but the point is, I not every mode. This is what I'm afraid of. Like, even when Kabam changes it, and as long as other people are okay with it, whatever, man. At this point, I've come to the reality that the mode is, it's probably not going to be designed in the way that I'm used to for other games. Where in other games, yeah, it was just about like that match. It was about the match. The way Battlegrounds works is it's not about the match. It's about scoring points. To gain rewards and God, man. I don't know. I don't think that's going to change. I'm not expecting that to change. I'm hopeful that they at least come up with a way to encourage doing well in the mode, which I think they will. But again, what I'm looking for is like when I play any other game I've ever played. There's so many examples out there. I didn't have to use chess as an example. Maybe that was a bad example. But like when I was playing Dota or Hearthstone or whatever, man, you name it. Arena in World of Warcraft or any other game. It's not about scoring points and then playing the highest number of games so that you can keep scoring these outside of the match points. It was just about the match. There were points in Warcraft 3, and I remember making a comparison to like the end of match scoring system for Battlegrounds and comparing it to like Warcraft 3. But guess what? Those points didn't matter. They were just for that match. Just the same way that like you're not gaining more points, more imaginary event quest points based on like having a flawless victory in a match or something like that. It's just about the game. What? I really, oh man, Laura's just yelling through the wall. I can't even hear her at this point. Whose line is it anyway? Yeah. That's what I want it to be. I want those points to not matter. That's the problem, is that it's not whose line is it anyway. How would you become so pro? Jimmy, I don't know if I understand your question. PG, my girl said you are a fine MF. Well, Matthew, tell your girlfriend thanks. But also I'm married. Huh? They said I'm... Oh, man. I feel like I don't want to repeat it yelling through the wall because it's going to end up in a Simon video. Well, start watching. They said I'm a hot piece of meat.
You're a hot piece of what?
of man meat.
Of man meat?
That's not what they said even. It's gonna end up in a Simon video.
You sure are. Like you're mine.
How you get a great level and your champions was amazing. Oh, I've been playing the game for a long time. It just comes in time. You'll gain more powerful champs the more you play, and there's a lot of great videos out there for like helping you get started and everything. Or not just get started, but like, you know, advanced videos. You can check out guides for different pieces of content, that sort of stuff. If she means fine, as in all right, then I'd agree with that statement. Yeah, true. How long you been playing MCC? For like almost 7 years. Been playing for a while. There's definitely people with stronger rosters and better skill than myself too. So yeah. Game sound gone, by the way? Okay. Thank you for letting me know. That's weird. Has it been gone for a while, or did it just disappear? Okay. Should be back. I can't hear the game sound myself, but I could see it in my little mixer here on OBS. So it should be back. Pixie Bell saying shh to Simon. You didn't want the game sound? Since you said man meat. Wow. So the audio cut out when I said man meat just to make it that much more awkward. Okay. Sorry, I was talking to Laura for a sec there. Might either rank 4 Cole or rank 3 Cole and rank 4 Herc since Act 8 is here and the grounds are upon us. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Herc is definitely the recommended way to go, but you could follow your own heart on that one if you wanted to go with Cole. Hi, Banana Man. I just did Teams Aplenty Realm of Legend Challenge and pulled a shiny new torch. Hey! All right, talking about being rewarded aplenty. Super stoked, no pun intended, about this guy. Very nice, man. Congratulations. I hate it when that random stuff happens. Like I come home from the game after having a few drinks, of course. Try to start a stream, and my mic just doesn't work for some reason. Stupid OBS. It's probably not OBS. It might be OBS, but like OBS is like insanely good software, I would say. It's some of the best software I've ever used. It's not perfect, of course. Like everything in life, it has its flaws, but that might just be an issue with, like, you know, could be something related to your operating system. I don't know. It could be OBS too, but what I've noticed sometimes, the only reason I say that, Abido, is because sometimes when I plug in my device, it won't register that I have my device plugged in, and it's like something to do with Windows. But who knows? Maybe your situation is OBS. Anyway, Biggie Steve 18, thank you for the 5 saying, oh Brian, oh Larry, oh Curly Callahan. You are a kept man and don't you forget it. What is this message? Property of Laura Tattoo at 200k subs. Oh man, what's up, my dude? Wow, Biggie Steve, that's a is that a reference to a movie or something? Either way, I like it. It was like you were talking from a different era or something, man. Property of Laura tattoo at 200k subs. Yeah, right. Maybe at 200k subs, she'll get one. That says property of BG. More like it. No, I don't. God, that'd be the last thing. I don't think either of us wants to get one of those tattoos. Not because we don't love each other, but just because who on earth would want those tattoos? OBS wanted to update, and I clicked no. Not sure if that was it. It just seemed to randomly not recognize my mic sometimes, and it's inconsistent. Yeah. I know a good place in Cap Hill where you can get that tattoo. Oh! Well, now that Abby Doe knows a good spot. Okay. Say that to her face. Poor mama. Clarissa, what do you mean poor mama? Do you recommend getting to rank 5 all the champs for inhuman stamina? It's the only piece of content left to do. You can. It depends if you're popping team revives or not. Otherwise, I would say Medusa, Karnak, and if you're going to be using Quake going through Magic, I don't know if you're doing that or not, but those are like the most important ones to have ranked up. Having them all rank 5 will help, but only marginally so. I kind of like ranking up champs for stuff like that, though, just because it tells a little bit of a story of your account. I know it's cheesy, but like you can kind of look back on your roster and be like, oh yeah, I remember I took this champ to rank 5 for that challenge I did, you know? I kind of like doing stuff for that reason sometimes. Bro, I didn't want my chat to make you dead. Laura might hear you. Oh, man. Alvaro, thank you for the 2 as well. Alvaro, let me see where you're at. Take one out and scratch my head. Wait, what? Take one out and... Hold on, is there a part 1 of this message? Hold on a sec. I feel like there has to be. No, that's the only message. Take one out and scratch my head. I am now black, but once was red. What am I? Oh, it's a riddle. Okay, I was like, this didn't sound like just a start to a sentence. That's why I was so surprised. All right, anyway, let me see. Take one out and scratch my head. I am now black, but once was red. What am I? A booger. I don't know. Take one out and scratch my head. Once was red. Take one out and scratch my head. Does that even have anything to do with the riddle? I don't know. BG's butt? That's your guess, Simon? Or was that for something else? That's from Batman Forever? Oh, that's from Batman Forever? Wow. That's the Riddler quote saying that, I guess. Jim Carrey as the Riddler. Wait, was that Batman Forever, or was that a different Batman? Now I gotta look this up. Hold on. I think that was Batman Forever, right? Batman Forever. Yeah, okay. That was the one. Val Kilmer, Jim Carrey. BG, are you a drummer? Thought I saw a set in the back of old vids. Sort of. I don't know if I'd really call myself a drummer, but I did play drums for years. I don't anymore, just because I don't, That's the apartment life, man. I don't feel comfortable playing. I feel like I'm just disrupting people around me. In New Jersey, the apartment that we were in, it felt a little bit less bothersome to people, just the way the building was set up. But here, I just don't feel comfortable playing them. I still have the electronic set, at least. Back when I lived with my folks, I did have, you know, an acoustic set as well. A couple of them. Not at the same time. But anyway, I played from age like 16 to, what was it, like 30 or 31 or something like that, on and off. But never professionally, never in a band. Sort of, at least, not in a band. You know. Everybody's got a band, just with like a friend playing or something like that, but never like a real band. And I mostly would just play. That was just like kind of my morning activity, is I'd wake up and I would just play drums for like, you know, 30 minutes every day, just because I really enjoyed it. And I miss it a lot, but yeah, at this point I haven't played drums in like 4 years or something, 4 or 5 years. And man, I miss it so much. Why do you do this to BG? Poor thing can barely read and he has to think at the same time as reading. Clarissa, thank you. Finally getting my back. It's a matchstick BG. Ah, okay. I got it. Because the head is red and you scratch it. Okay. And then it burns. I'm guessing he said that when he was like lighting a rope soaked in kerosene on fire or something like that. My game is frozen. Oh god. Why is it frozen? Oh, we're back in action. I don't remember Batman Forever too much. I definitely saw the movie. Pretty sure I saw it in theaters. I'm pretty sure I also got like these little glass mugs. I think there was like 4 of them that came from McDonald's or something like that, man. I think we actually looked them up one time on stream. Hold on. Batman Forever mugs. These are the ones. These were the exact ones right here. They were so cool, actually, man, because they, you know, they were like different shapes a little bit, you know? Yeah, like the taller ones. They're only like 8 ounces or something like that. But he had like the taller ones for I guess Batman and Robin here. And the shorter, larger diameter ones. But like the handle, you can see the handles are all different for them. They're actually pretty cool. And I'm pretty sure they came from McDonald's, although I could be wrong on that. I don't know. Maybe they came from... Oh, no, yeah, McDonald's. It was McDonald's. I hated McDonald's, too. But that was young enough where, like... That was before I ever, like, refused to step foot into McDonald's ever again, you know? That was probably, like, a year before. I think it was only 8 at the time. Alvaro, thank you very much for another buck. Is this about to be another riddle? I don't know if I see another... Oh, here we go. What's made of rubber? It is another riddle. What's made of rubber, handed out at some schools, and exists to prevent mistakes? To prevent mistakes? I mean, I would think an eraser, but that's to correct mistakes. Prevent mistakes? Handed out some... Oh, son of a... Yeah, it came to me a split second before I saw the answers in the chat. Alvaro, thank you very much for the buck. You had those mugs too, Philip? They were cool, man. I really liked them. Wait, no sound again? What's going on, man? I think it was when my game was just like completely frozen. That caused it, maybe? I don't know. At work tonight, we talked about bowling. I told all my coworkers you almost became a professional bowler and currently refuse to go bowling with me. What did they say? Did they ask for my autograph? The almost professional bowler man? We did go bowling like once at least, right? It was one time. Laura just yelled through the wall saying, yeah, but you weren't really bowling. Alright, fine. Let's go bowling. I'm going to crush you. And rule with an iron fist. You said okay? I don't want to. Greetings, Bald Eagle. What's up, dude? Have a Marvel Encyclopedia book, new edition. Wait, when you say new edition, does that mean it's new or like? Because I remember the Marvel Encyclopedia. I remember one coming out like a few years ago. I think, and I remember like one of the MCOC people, or maybe two of the MCOC people, even made videos about it or something like that. C called his lie. Listen, if you really want to go bowling, we can go bowling. I'm not going to try my best, though. We're just going to have fun. PDs will be fixed if you open the egg. Well, the entire universe will be fixed. As in... fixed. It'll be over. The universe will be donezo. That is the universe egg. The universe is contained exclusively within the shell. The walls. Of said egg. Is he quitting early? I'm eating. Well, I started early tonight, Abby Doe. Yeah, man, the stream's already been running for 2 hours. Alvaro sent it over another 5. Alvaro, thank you, dude, saying, what's long and hard? Oh, man, really? What's long and hard when it's young and soft and small when it's old? Final riddle. Tires. Because the rubber wears down? Maybe that's why I'm thinking tires, because the last one had to do with rubber. Candle. Okay. A stick of gum. I feel like there's a lot of accurate answers to this one. Candle makes sense, but I feel like you could also long tires. All right, listen. So tires maybe wasn't an accurate answer, all right? But a stick of gum, cloud of contempt, I feel like was actually, you know, correct. What the heck is long tires? You don't want to know. You really don't. Yo, BG Harper, what's up? Super glue? That's your answer? Super glue? I could see it. I feel like that's an acceptable answer. Wait, Abby Doe, are you firing up a stream then? Or are you still eating? Let's see if Abby Doe is live. Maybe he'll be live later, but let's see if he's live now. He's not. Abby Doe, you have till the count of 3 to tell me if you are going to be streaming tonight. Give me 30 minutes or seconds. You can't just say, give me 30, man. Abs is eating, he said. I mean, you could do both. I started a stream eating once. I'd like to find that stream, but I think I started a stream just eating an entire burrito in silence once. This was a long time ago. No, drop and give me 30 minutes. Okay. Well, on that note, then, we're going to find a different person to raid. And, oh, look, Max is on. So if you guys want to continue the party, you can do it in Max's place. And Abido will be live later tonight, too. He's the intoxicated gamer in chat there. So, you know, maybe still check out his channel. Wrap it up, bald man. Gotta watch Little Mermaid. Little Mermaid? That's what you're watching tonight, Clarissa? I shouldn't be surprised, but I am. Little Mermaid. Okay. Okay. All right. Anyway, on that note, I got distracted by Max's stream because he said the Battle Royale is starting, and I don't know what that means. He just typed it in the chat. So, anyway, the link is there. Before I go, of course, we gotta give a shout out to Static for being tonight's biggest D. Static, thank you very much. Don't know if you're still in here, but telepathically, wah, 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 wah. Thank you, dude. And yeah, thank you everyone else. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Normal time. He got distracted by Little Mermaid. Don't lie, BG. You're right. I have to leave now so that I can go watch The Little Mermaid. Good night, everybody.